The Mayo Experience.
Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, a bonus show for all of you out there. So please like the episode and leave your DraftKings handle. Geoff Fienberg's here with me. What should be the giveaway? It could be anything. Tell me what you like about the show. Nothing negative. I only want to hear positivity. I so rarely venture into the comment section, mainly because I just hate reading awful, awful things about myself and people who want to kill me. So, like the episode, leave your DraftKings handle, mention something nice about the show. It's a unique format, which I didn't tell you guys about today, so it's going to be something a bit different. So I want to introduce the third member of the team. No coin today. He's got a bye week. So the third member of the team today is Tim Undergust.
Tim Undergust.
That's not my name. I say the coin was busy watching film for the Super Bowl, but that would be a lie because he doesn't watch the games.
Yeah, see, I don't know when this is going to be released, so try to keep it as evergreeny as possible, Tim. Blowing it already. So I want to do remember the show Stump the Schwab?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what I want to talk about today are the highest earning athletes and the most valuable franchises in sports. I have a list of a whole bunch of these. And we can just have a bit of a discussion about them too. So I thought I'd pit you guys against each other. So you get 3 strikes, you're out, and we'll see who can get the most, all right? No, Tim, no. Geoff is sitting here in front of me. He has no access to outside information. You are on a computer, although I'm not sure if you know how to use that computer, but no cheating.
On my word of honor.
Okay.
It's okay. Paul can hit a button where he can see what goes on his screen, right?
No, Tim doesn't have his thing activated. So what should we start with, do you think?
Whatever you want.
You want to start with NFL franchises, just the highest paid athletes overall, the highest paid athletes in terms of not salary, but just merchandising and endorsements?
Whatever you want.
We'll start with NFL. The most valuable NFL franchises in the league. So, Tim, you can go first. I have the top 10 on the list. 2 strikes and you're out, and we'll see who accumulates the most points, okay?
Sure.
All right. You're up.
Cowboys.
Cowboys number 1, $5 billion is what they're worth. Jeff.
The Giants.
The Giants are third, $3.3 billion. Tim.
Redskins.
Skins are 5th at $3.1 billion.
I wonder if the Rams would count yet if their new stadium hasn't been built. But I'll just go with the Jets. I'll just double barrel New York.
The Jets are 8th, $2.85 billion. Tim.
49ers.
49ers, number 6, $3.05 billion. Jeff, you got 10 seconds.
New stadiums, but I'll say the Rams.
The LA Rams, number 4,
yeah.
$3.2 billion. Tim.
Bears.
The Bears, number 7, $2.9
worried about
billion.
That facility, maybe keeping them out of the top 10. How many teams are left?
1, 2, 3. Number 2, 9 and 10.
New England Patriots.
Number 2, $3.8 billion. Only 9 and 10 remain, Tim. Can you get one of them?
Texans.
Number 9, $2.8 billion. For the tie, Jeff. Number 10 on this list. Who is it?
You gotta give me like 20 seconds.
Now you got 10 seconds. Or it's an X. And it goes back to Tim.
I gotta just think of the
5,
teams.
4, 3, 2.
Denver Broncos?
That's 1 X. Tim, it's on you.
Seahawks.
Jeff, back on you, 10 seconds.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay. Minnesota Vikings.
That is incorrect. Tim, you have a chance to win 6-4. You win 5-4 either way.
Philadelphia.
The Philadelphia Eagles, number 10 on the list, $2.75 billion.
Minnesota's a really bad guess. I thought their stadium was brand new.
So that's the NFL.
Some evaluation.
Does anything surprise you on that list?
No.
Like, how did you get to the Texans? When I tried to guess these before I looked at it, and I just logically, it's in Houston. Houston's a giant city. It's in Texas. Yes. Texas loves football.
And they have a big, beautiful stadium that's held multiple Super Bowls and Final Fours. Just seemed like, and their owner was very wealthy, so it just seemed like to be a very valuable team.
Cowboys number 1 by a lot.
Yeah, of course.
That doesn't surprise me. They're like Manchester United, right? They're like as high as you get.
Giants, Jets.
Remember before the NFL?
Do the 49ers own that stadium?
Yes, they do.
They do. Okay.
The Steelers aren't on that list, are they? Now that surprises me.
I
That's
guess
the one team that if it isn't there, I'm surprised isn't there.
they're not inside the top 10.
People forget
And the
before the
Seahawks, too.
NFL Network was created, they had to like pay off the Cowboys big time because the Cowboys, Jerry was going to start his own television network. Jerry was going to start his own television network, like a Cowboys only. Like, we can't have a Cowboys and an NFL network because when the NFL Network first started, literally,
Stop looking at my list.
I wasn't. Half of the content was just Bill Parcells' press conferences.
Yeah, I remember when NFL Network first came on. It was a bit dicey.
But they don't do enough like just live, like random weekday coaches pressers.
NFL replay.
I think that's because no one gives a shit about coach press conferences.
But rather than re-airing like the Sunday night game.
Yeah. I think more people would tune in to watch that. Like the diehards who want to watch the press conferences now can just watch it on their phone when they're at work, watch it on the website when they're at work. Like I would guess that, a Mike Zimmer press conference on Wednesday probably rates lower than whatever random top 10 they have in the can. College football. Jeff,
Okay.
Since you lost the last one, I'll defer to you. Would you like to go first or second with this? I have the top 15 on the board of college football franchises worth the most money in 2018.
Well, he's going to win, but Notre Dame.
Do you want to go first then?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Notre Dame. Yes, that is one for you. Notre Dame is 7th on this list.
Texas.
Texas is number 2 on the list.
Alabama.
I really thought Texas would be number 1.
Alabama.
Alabama number 4 on the list.
Michigan.
Michigan number 3.
Ohio State.
Ohio State number 5.
Southern California.
No, that is an X for Tim. They are not inside the top 15.
Clemson.
Clemson is not on the list. That's an X for you.
Two surprising ones.
Now I'm perplexed. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma number 6. 3-3. Jeff.
How many are left?
You
She said 15, so it's just 9 schools still.
Yeah, there's 9 schools left on this list. And you still haven't got number 1.
Money-making school?
Yeah. Most valuable college football franchises for the year.
Well, I'll just go anywhere. I'll just say Florida.
Florida, number 10 on the list. Tim, to you.
Oh boy. I'm trying to think which part of the country I want to go to. University of Miami at Florida.
Wrong. Off. So
He's done.
Jeff's going to take this one. You can pile up a lead here, though. If you want to keep going. You got one more X to burn. You can just fly through these.
Texas A&M?
Number 1.
Oh, they paid Jimbo, so it must be worth something.
Keep on going.
I'm just going to go like in states to schools that have already been said. So Oklahoma State?
No. That is your second
Bad
X.
strategy.
You really should have targeted the SEC. So Auburn, LSU, Tennessee, Arkansas are all inside the top 15. So is South Carolina.
Canadian.
Oregon is in there. Penn State is number 14. What did I miss here? That's it. Those are your 15. So Texas A&M made $148 million in revenue.
Really rattled when Clemson and USC didn't make the list.
$107 million in profit. Just from the football team at Texas A&M. That's nuts. So
pay them.
So that is 5-3 for Jeff in that one. I guess we'll get some teams overall then. So the most overall, top 10, there's actually 11 on the list because technically 2 are tied. Tim, we'll start with you because you lost. You can either defer or you can go first in this if you'd like. The most valuable sports franchises in the world. Top 11 are on the list. Tim, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first. I'll take Manchester United.
Manchester United, number 2 on the list.
Cowboys.
Cowboys, number 1 on the list.
Juventus.
No, not on the list.
He's trying to be sneaky. He can't just say the Yankees. He's
trying
to
This is exactly the
I'm
same.
going to show them how smart I am by doing all these European soccer clubs. This is my gentil chapeau.
This is exactly what he does in One and Done, by the way. He gets a bit too fancy instead of taking the obvious choice. So, Jeff, you have no X's. It is on you.
No, I said the Yankees.
Oh, Yankees, yes. They're on the list. They're number 5. Tim.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, number 3.
Chelsea.
No, they are not on the list.
See, I got my own.
Tim, 2-2, back on you.
Barcelona.
Barcelona, number 4. So you got the top 4 taken care of. The top 5 taken care of. It's the bottom end of this
New
list.
England Patriots.
New England Patriots, number 6 for Jeff. Timofey.
New York Giants.
New York Giants are number 8.
Boston Red Sox.
No. That was the biggest shock to me, too. So you're out on this. 4-3, Tim. If you can run the table here without an X, you can pile up some points.
How many are left in the top 10? Or top 11, sorry?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's just say in the NFL. Broncos.
No, the Broncos
Didn't
weren't
make
even
the
on the
other
top
list.
10
I
NFL.
got wrong. Thanks for saving me some points.
So 4-3 for Tim.
I think
in
the
that-
Rams would have been the next NFL team that we haven't said because you said they were 4th, right?
Yeah.
I
they-
thought we said the Broncos were in the top 10. of
No,
football.
I guessed
No.
them and I got a.
No, the Rams are tied for 10th.
On this list.
On this list.
Yeah, but I meant they would be the next because we
Football
said
Yeah. So it's Cowboys, Manchester United, Cowboys at 5 billion, Man U at 4.1,
Got
Real
Liverpool,
Madrid at
maybe?
4.1, Barcelona at 4.05, the Yankees at 4 billion, the New England Patriots 3.7 billion, the New York Knicks $3.6 billion, the Los
Lakers.
Angeles Lakers
Yeah, why-
$3.3 billion, the Giants, the Golden State Warriors $3.1 billion, and then the Rams and Redskins are at the bottom of that list. But
where would the Leafs be? Top 20?
I actually searched this out.
20, 25?
I believe they were the second highest hockey. So they weren't even the highest.
The
hockey.
Rangers.
The
then
Rangers were the highest, and I think that.
But that's because what Madison's Garden real estate, like what the building is worth.
MSG Network, Madison Square Garden, the price that they would have to pay to renovate Penn Station to get Dolan out of there, and I looked at it like 4 of the top 4 teams in hockey are 4 of the original 6 teams, and I think they're all inside the top 8. But I think they'd be like 31st on this list.
Yeah, I
Something
just
like that.
Googled it. I don't know why I thought Denver would be anywhere
You
close.
can't
Denver,
Google this stuff.
Denver was 20.
Stay off the Google, Tim. 'Cause now
Okay,
you're
fine.
blowing the rest of it.
No, I'm not blowing the rest
You
of
are,
it.
because if you're Googling it and looking at lists, you're going to know what the answers are to the other stuff.
No, only that
Cheating
question. I
Tim.
was curious as to where. Okay, I
Cheating
X'd
Tim.
out my internet altogether.
You turned off your internet? That means we won't be able to talk to you.
I X'd out my browser.
Okay, so you didn't turn off your internets?
X'd
No.
out.
So Tim is up 2-1 overall. Oh, yes, Paul.
We should get him to share his screen. I can watch.
No, we don't need to see Tim on the line.
But you don't need to see him. I can see it on
That
the back end.
if we get Tim to share his screen right now so you can keep an eye on him, it'll probably like melt down the entire studio with whatever he tries to do. Okay, so now we're into highest paid athletes.
Oh boy.
Highest paid athletes overall, I have the top 20 on the list. I only-
Earning?
top earning. So salary plus endorsements for the year. And you will get, let's see here, 3 strikes for this one. I think that's only fair. And Jeff, you lost the last one. Go. So it is yours to start off with.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, number 3 on the list, $108 million.
I know that Money May is number 1.
Floyd Mayweather, $285 million, number 1 by more than double the guy who's in second.
LeBron.
LeBron, number 6, 85.5.
Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton is on the list at number 12. See, he's doing it again. You should save your like sleeper picks for
I
later
wasn't
on.
sleeper. I was thinking of that too, but I
Okay.
didn't want to use him too early. Messi.
Messi is number 2. 111 million. Tim.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods is number, where are you at, Tiger? 16 on the list.
And what did you say was top 20?
Top 20. And I imagine that he's going to be a whole lot higher this next time.
See, if
around.
Tiger's 16, then
Oh,
that
well,
makes me
Phil,
work.
he won $9 million.
Yeah, but that makes me. He just brought up the person's name. I'm not saying it officially, but if Tiger comes in at 16,
You got 10
then,
seconds to make a pick.
then where does Steph Curry?
Steph Curry is number 8 on the list. 4 for Jeff, no strikes. Tim, no strikes for you. You got 3.
I don't know. I'm torn here. We'll stay soccer. We'll say Neymar.
Neymar number 5. Back to Jeff. Top 6 are off. Nope. One of the top 6 is left on the board. 5 seconds. 3.
Kevin Harvick.
No. Tim.
Serena Williams.
Roger Federer.
Yes, number 7 on the list, Roger Federer. He made $77 million last year. Tim.
McGregor.
Conor McGregor, number 4 on the list. $99 million for Sir Conor McGregor. You have to think the other side of that match makes a bunch of money, too.
How many people are left?
You're filibustering for time here. You got 5 seconds to make a pick. There's 10 left. 3.
Harry Kane.
No. 2 strikes for Jeff. Tim.
Trying to think if there's anyone in baseball who makes a ton of money. Giancarlo Stanton.
No, that's a big X.
He's got to be close. He's got the biggest contract in
Did
baseball.
Phil make the list?
I can't tell you that.
I thought we're done.
No, you had 1 more strike each.
Oh, so you're right. We got the 3rd. I wasn't trying to cheat. I literally, because the other games were 2 strikes, so it's my turn.
5, 4.
Jimmy Johnson.
No. You really think NASCAR people...
This guy always used to be on the freaking list. No one watches it anymore. I don't know.
All right, so Jeff's out. It's 5-5, Tim. You can run as many as you want here. 2 of them are impossible. It's just funny, but the other 8 should be pretty attainable.
I should get... I'm already mad at myself.
Tim, you got 5 seconds to make a pick.
I have no idea.
3.
Nadal.
Nadal is on the list at number 20. 10 seconds to make 10 seconds to make another pick.
Okay. Oh boy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can't think of one.
Out of
Who are
time.
the other like top F1 drivers?
Sebastian Vettel is number 18 on the list at $42.3 million.
That is, but
The highest baseball player on the list of top 100 is who? We're over here. Tim won that one 6-5.
Derek Jeter.
He's not an
It's
active.
a joke.
It's the highest baseball player is number 47 on this list. It's David Price. $30.7 million. Baseball players do not make endorsement money at all. Like, it's ridiculous how little endorsement money they make.
Who else on the list?
So number 9 and 10. So it goes Federer, Curry, 7, 8. And this is the tricky part. The 2 guys that you weren't going to get because of bonuses this year. Matt Ryan is number 9. And Matt Stafford is number 10.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant.
That's crazy.
Kevin Durant,
Someone should
number
have
11.
guessed Durant. Yeah.
Russell Westbrook, number 13. James Harden, number 14. Tim, you didn't get Canelo, number 15.
Oh, I did not realize he'd be that high, obviously.
Should have been. Yeah.
Tiger, 16. Drew Brees, number 17. Vettel, number 18. Derek Carr, number 19. And Rafa Nadal. So top 5 golfers. We won't do a thing for this. Phil is number 22 on this list at $41.3 million. Jordan Spieth is number 23 on the list at $41.2. Rory is number 26, $37.5. And Justin Thomas is the only other golfer on the list. He's number 66. He made $26 million.
Shocking that Rose with 10 million didn't even come close.
I think this was calculated I think it goes like July to July or something like that.
Okay, fair enough.
So, I mean,
well, now that Rose has his Asian golf club money, he should climb up the next year's rankings.
Yeah, he'll probably be in the top 20 at this point next year. But the other notables I had written down, Anthony Joshua, number 25 on the list, Tim, $39 million.
I don't know who that is.
See, I didn't know who it was either.
Who?
Anthony Joshua. Apparently he's a British...
boxer.
Paul Toby's a British boxer.
Yeah.
He made a ton of money. Usain Bolt, 45. $31 million for Usain Bolt.
I was tempted to almost guess Brock, but I guess you didn't know.
Virat Kohli, the world's top earning cricket player, is 83rd on the list. He made $24 million. No hockey players.
No
NASCAR drivers. on the top 100 list.
I swear to you, Jimmy and Jeff Gordon used to like be in those top 20.
I have-
Jeff Gordon would have been. Yeah.
I have 2017 NASCAR top 3 NASCAR. It's Dale Earnhart at 22 million.
I guess if I was gonna
Jimmy
guess.
Johnson at 19.2 and Kyle Busch at 14.7. They all would have just missed the top 100. And like I said, no hockey players on this list. So how much do you think the top? There's 3 guys who are the top hockey endorsement deals, and how much?
David Crosby and Ovechkin.
Those are the 3. How much?
That's what I would have guessed too.
How much do you think they get paid per year in endorsements?
900,000.
Tim?
I bet you Crosby makes over $1 million.
4.5 for Ovechkin, 4 for McDavid, 4 for Crosby. Now, I don't know if those are Canadian dollars or not. I assume they're adjusted to American dollars. That's just not a lot. That's more than baseball players, but it's not a lot.
Not everyone can make that catch the taste OJ money.
That was Roberto Alomar.
Yes, I know. That's what baseball players don't make that kind of money anymore.
He's referring to OJ like the actual juice, not the.
But it was
murder,
McCain.
not
fruit,
the double.
but it wasn't
murder.
OJ. It was McCain Fruit Punch.
Catch
Yeah,
the
that's
taste of McCain Fruit Punch.
Finally, the last one on the list: top endorsement money from an individual athlete. That's why I brought up all those endorsement things. So, Jeff, this is your chance to catch Tim here. 2 strikes only. We have the top 10 on the board, and it is your go first if you would like to play. LeBron, number 2. $52 million of his money he made comes from endorsements. Tim.
Woods.
Tiger Woods, number 4 on the list. $42 million.
Ronaldo,
number 3 on the list. $47 million.
Well, I mean, it can't be Mayweather or McGregor because they don't sponsor anything. Drew Brees.
Drew Brees is not on the list. That is one of your 2 X's, Tim.
you just picked it. Messi.
Messi is not on the list.
The fuck?
Oh, Federer.
Roger Federer, number 1 by a
course he is.
lot.
Okay, Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant is on the list. He is number 9th on the list. Tim.
Who was it that signed that big massive deal with Nike?
I need to get one more.
McIlroy.
Rory McIlroy, number 7 on the
Get
list.
the F out of here. There's no way Serena.
Maybe it's just male athletes because Serena's not on this list.
So am I out?
No. I'll give you that one because I don't know if she's considered.
There's
on
no
this
way
or not.
Nike's paying Rory more than her.
They might.
Let me restart. He said Federer. I gotta say Nadal.
Nadal should be on this. Where is he?
I lose then.
No, I don't have Nadal on. No, Nadal is not on the list. He just missed it.
Tim just.
So
takes
Tim,
me. Or we're tied, but he wins.
Tim, you can get one more here and win this section.
Lefty.
Yeah, Phil, 37 million. You can keep going if you'd like and pile up a lead here. There's 3.
How many are left?
3.
Who's in big commercials?
Got 10 seconds.
There's no
Speed.
women, right?
No women.
Spieth, he said.
Spieth, no. Spieth's not on the
That
list.
Under Armour money.
So
Curry?
Curry is number 5.
Yeah.
Curry's
should've
number
guessed
5,
him.
and you should have figured this out from when I went through the top earners. That Usain Bolt was on a list.
Yeah, Puma probably pays him a fortune.
Yeah,
sure.
all of his money is endorsement.
Oh yeah, he
I
doesn't.
figured that Jordan gets paid a ton by Under Armour.
He does, sure. But let's see. His was, where is it? I have it written down.
Like he's
Jordan-
their biggest spokesman.
Jordan Spieth is 11th on this list.
No, Steph Curry's their
Yeah,
biggest
Steph Curry's their biggest
spokesperson,
spokesperson.
Tim.
Well, no, I'm
And
not
then it
talking
might
about-
be Bryce
no,
Harper.
No.
Yeah, but
Well, I mean, actually, number 1
Yes.
of anything. The
No, I
University of
thought.
Notre-
Yeah, obviously, there's a few guys that do Under Armour golf. But
and the Irish.
the thing is, Spieth, because he could double dip because they don't do clubs, so he can take their money for shirts. He can
He
do
made-
Titleist ball money.
put
he
it
can
this
do-
way. Bolt is 10th on this list at $30 million in endorsements. Spieth and Nadal had 29 and 27 respectively. So they were.
But yeah, but that's why McIlroy can be so high because he can take all the Nike money. They don't make clubs anymore, so he can go take money for clubs too.
Yeah, but McIlroy gets paid a ton. I was actually. I mean, it really seems if you want to make a lot of money in sports, play individual sports.
Oh, I don't want to. No, never mind.
The
Or
other,
be really good at
there-
basketball.
there is one, or be really good at
I'm
basketball.
curious.
But even like you only see it from the very top though. Like with the soccer players, you got Ronaldo, and he's the only one who's on that list among the top 10 in terms of endorsements. And then basketball players.
I was shocked Messi didn't make that.
I was shocked Messi didn't make it too. Messi's was, let's see, Messi $27 million in endorsements.
And
So
I
he
wonder
would have
how
been
much
just off
more
the
or
list.
what that monster deal was to get on Tiger's bag last year. Because that would be a lot cheaper than.
Yeah.
Like he's got a.
Tiger wasn't charging full Tiger rates last year.
Because
now he can.
It works with the context. I'm actually still a little surprised. And I guess we're deeper into, as you know, the summer rages on and the spring comes, maybe we'll see. But I'm shocked that corporate America has not fully embraced Tiger Woods yet. I thought everything.
They haven't? Maybe he's locked into deals he signed before his comeback.
I haven't seen like new commercials. I'm not just talking about like sports. I'm talking about doing the Procter and Gamble stuff again. The Buick.
It's probably because golf season, as we speak right now, hasn't really hit yet.
Sure, I'm hoping we better see it. But last year,
to listen to the ghost of Earl Woods whisper to Tiger about why you should buy a certain type of putter. You know, those types of commercials were very endearing. I found.
No, I'm not even talking about selling golf equipment.
Yeah, it's like
Tiger's
Phil's
way bigger than selling
like Phil's
golf
KPMG
equipment.
stuff. Like
I mean, Tiger was like Gatorade and Buick and American Express and
arthritis medication.
He is selling that arthritis medication. He's very happy at that.
And
children's the shirt deal. But Phil's, like I said, I've really come around to Phil over the past year. Ever since he was a cheater at the U.S. Open, I really enjoyed that. There is Kei Nishikori is on that list of top endorsements, by the way. Now he makes 30. He's the Japanese tennis player.
Is that the tennis Nishikori? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's not even like what he's like 12th in the world. Maybe he's better.
He came close to winning the U.S. Open though, like a couple years ago.
Anyway, he gets paid a ton of money. Anything on that? You're looking at the list right now. Is that anything on there surprise you?
I'm just thinking Nike like probably feels they haven't gotten, because that was a big deal when it happened, but they haven't gotten their bang for their buck out of Rory yet.
No.
Well, he won a major championship since then, is he not?
I think he won that PGA with that fun
Paula.
one with Ricky and Phil. It was a fun one.
Yeah, when they let him cheat and hit off when Phil was still in play. Yeah, I remember the end.
Remember
of that.
Phil was mad at Ricky. You let them hit up?
Yeah, like how could you let them hit up? It was crazy.
Because Ricky told them they could.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, just because Ricky chooses to hit his ball too quickly doesn't mean that he has the right to wave during a I know Ricky's not used to being around at the end of a major championship and playing, not hanging around by the green to high five the winner. So that was an unusual spot for him.
Will Phil make the President's Cup team, Tim?
Well,
he better. He has to win again this year.
He's not going to. He's not going to make the President's Cup team. Do you know why?
Because he doesn't want to go.
Because Tiger would have to pick him, and Tiger won't pick him.
Yeah.
No, he'll only make it if he wins the tournament this year, like he did last year. He wouldn't have made the Ryder Cup if he hadn't won a tournament. I feel the same way.
No, he would have been a cap. Oh.
Who were the two that were like? There was no one really like egregious left off.
It was Finau versus X.
Yeah,
and then in the end, here we are. X keeps winning.
Yeah,
Finau
X definitely on
win.
the President's Cup team. Finau definitely on the President's Cup team next time around. Yeah, it's probably the end. Is it Tiger or Stricker who's the captain?
Tiger.
It's Tiger.
Well, yeah, Stricker was just captain of the Ryder Cup team, and he was the President Cup champion.
No, Stricker wasn't the Ryder Cup.
No, he was the President's Cup coach.
Oh, was he? Will he be? Is he the Ryder Cup guy next time?
It's in Wisconsin, so they're saying because they just named
him.
Padraig for Europe.
What's that?
Did you know he's from Wisconsin? They never mentioned him.
No, yeah, we'll get to Whistling Straits and Mr. Wisconsin.
So they didn't give him an exemption.
No. Well, we got a few more minutes. We got a few more minutes to kill here. So I thought, because we're saving the show for while I'm off having baby swag, but Geoff and I were talking about the best random Canadian athletes the other day. That like the non-hockey division, non-curling division. Who do you think makes that list? Because there are so few of them. Baseball has the most. So here are the baseball ones. Larry Walker, Jason Bay, Eric Gagne, Ferguson Jenkins, Matt Stairs, Joey Votto, and Justin Morneau.
Yeah, I mean, that's all reasonable.
Who do you think would like, if you had to do like the best overall random?
It's Larry Walker.
What's that?
Did you mention Steve Nash or do you count Steve Nash?
No, that's just baseball. So who's the one nominee you're putting up from baseball?
Larry Walker.
Of all baseball? Yeah, I guess I have to take Larry Walker.
Votto might be the best of them all.
Sorry, Votto.
It's Votto or Walker?
Votto.
I'm going to stick with Walker.
Votto.
I am shocked you didn't say Ferguson Jenkins. That blows my mind.
No, well, I grew up watching Walker hit. He played for my favorite team. I have a soft spot for him.
Okay, so Larry Walker would be the one we put up. This is thrilling for American viewers, but
whatever.
So the random other guys in sports.
Already.
Steve Nash is obviously basketball.
Yeah.
George St. Pierre
Yeah.
I think
Like combat sport and fighting, you mean? Yeah.
I think that he would just have to be like if we make a top 5 like random other sport athletes for Canadians.
Does Lennox Lewis count?
I have Lennox Lewis on the list, but
Isn't he like fake?
well he
fought as a Canadian and won the gold medal, so I think we can claim him.
But he's British as a professional, winning heavyweight titles, and he's not from Canada to begin with.
But he fought as a Canadian in the Olympics, so I think if
when people remember his greatness, he didn't do it. It'd be like having Greg Ruzitsky, the tennis player, as a Canadian.
Okay, fair enough.
So I think he's off the list. I don't think he counts, and he speaks with a British accent now, like Madonna. GSP is what?
GSP's way bigger than Lennox Lewis.
You think GSP is bigger than Lennox Lewis?
Not in his prime. Oh my goodness!
I don't know.
He was the heavyweight champion
You're
of the world.
You're a UFC fan.
Yeah, he was the heavyweight champion of the world when nothing mattered more in
He was like
combat sport.
boxing used to be really popular.
And being the heavyweight champion was everything. There's no one you can't be that big anymore.
Well, Floyd is the biggest boxer now. And obviously he's not a heavyweight, but he's the biggest boxer. And the biggest boxer is always a huge draw. Everyone knows the air. And at one point, Lennox Lewis was the biggest boxer.
Of course he was.
I'll vote Lennox there.
All right, so Lennox is even on the list because he's not even going to be considered Canadian. For tennis, I have Daniel Nestor.
Wow.
Great doubles player.
Yeah.
We could have given it to the what's her name, but Eugenie Bouchard, but she didn't actually win a grand. If she had won one Grand Slam, it would have been hers. Yeah, but she didn't.
I think Daniel Nestor's won like 10 Grand Slams
as a doublist. Yeah,
sure.
Which is fine. Which is nothing. No, yeah, sure, okay. Let's give it to him then.
Okay, I have Jacques Villeneuve on this list.
Yeah.
Over
one F1.
No, I'm just telling you the people that I have on the list.
He's an F1 champion, so it's
it's over show.
Sure, but Jacques Villeneuve was like the #1 racer in the world at one point.
Yeah, and Gilles has the track named after him.
I would still have Paul Tracy above Gilles Villeneuve because Paul Tracy rules. Mike Weir, I have on the list.
Shout out to George Knudsen.
But Mike Weir, who would be second? Dave Barr,
George Knudsen,
Ian Leggett. Didn't George Knudsen only win that Canadian Open once? Like that was his only win ever. Like did Stephen Ames qualify? He won the Players Championship. So, Mike Weir, I have Kirk Browning / Elvis Stoico.
Well, then you got to give it to those kids now.
Who?
Tessa and Scott.
Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer. I think actually I would give it to Kurt Browning.
I would give it to Stoico. Stoico is like the man in the early 90s, doing his ninja on the figure skating ice.
Yeah, whatever.
I have Bret Hart, Chris Jericho, and Roddy Piper.
A great Canadian lineage from the dungeon.
Give it to Bret Hart.
I don't know. Hot Rod. And Jericho has really had the longest career.
I would say Roddy Piper in terms of, for the pop culture maven, I feel like Roddy Piper.
I don't know if Tim knows who that is. It's before Tim's time.
I know Roddy Piper.
I don't know about that. I have Dwayne D. Rosario for soccer. He played in the MLS. Canada, not good at soccer. And the final one, I have Donovan Bailey / Ben Johnson.
Oh, Donovan Bailey is 100-meter gold.
No, Ben Johnson also 100-meter gold. I think it may have got taken away from him.
I cheetah all the time.
So if we had to construct a top 5 from this list, who is number 1? It's probably Donovan Bailey, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. He was the fastest man on earth, and
he was the fastest man on earth. Then he beat Michael Johnson in that race in Skydome.
Nash,
he called him a chicken.
And Villeneuve should be on there. I'm gonna make a joke, but what about
Villeneuve
Daniel Negreanu?
Oh, Daniel Negreanu, poker. Yeah. I'll include Daniel Negreanu. Yeah, shout out Daniel.
But Negreanu. Villeneuve, Nash, and Bailey are for sure on my list.
So Weir's not on there. Masters champion, top 5 player in the world for like 5 years.
Was he a top 5 player in the world for that long?
Yeah.
And for soccer, we picked the wrong person for soccer. Christine Sinclair should have been the choice for soccer.
I don't know who that is.
She was in the World Cup team when Canada finished 3rd in the World Cup.
Oh, women's soccer?
Yeah, women's soccer. You're going to pick soccer. I mean, she's...
Brooke Henderson.
Yeah, great. Who's Craig Forrest?
Oh, he does TV
He used to play goalkeeper for the men's Canadians national team.
All right, so there's no soccer on this list. Canada's horrible at soccer.
No. I would put Morneau and Walker on like MVPs.
And so did Votto, didn't he? Didn't
Yeah,
Votto more now and
you're
Walker
gonna
win
win like
MVP?
an MVP in baseball, much like I'll give it to Nash. I got to give
Well,
it.
the whole thing is that there's not a lot, but there's far more good Canadian baseball players than there are of all the others. Like there's Steve Nash in basketball, and like Andrew Wiggins might be the second best, and he's not good.
What sport did Lou Marsh play?
I don't know.
Was he? I want to say
He
was
could have just been a writer, like a sports writer.
I think he
maybe.
played a sport though too,
He played checkers.
but I don't.
He played esports.
I don't think so.
Is there an esports guy that ever?
You said we're no good at soccer. We're hosting the World Cup in a few years, so they don't give it to countries that aren't good at soccer.
Is that going to, like, does Canada have a chance to be the worst team that's ever been in the World Cup?
Well, it depends how Qatar does in a couple of years.
Like, they would have to be, right?
I'm shocked that we've never been able to be not like good or world class.
It's an allocation of resources.
Yeah, obviously.
Like, just our good athletes all play hockey. So then whatever crossover you get, like, at least they used to play baseball, that's going down, and soccer is getting more popular. But like the best Canadian athletes just straight up don't play soccer.
I mean this is a very like open-minded comment, which is maybe like a dangerous thing to say,
it's
but
risky biz, Jeff.
Canada, like there's so many people here. Like I always figured there'd be just like a couple
But there's
great
not
like
that many
African
people here,
kids and a couple great, Japanese
Think
players
about
and a
all
couple
the,
great
think
Greek
about all the
players,
European
and a couple
immigrants that are in Canada. Just no.
I don't know, all these Italians waving their flags on College Street, and the Portuguese. My buddy lives in Little Portugal. They all got. Every house has a Portuguese flag.
I got my hair cut when I first moved to Toronto. I didn't know like there were certain areas. I got my hair cut in Little Portugal.
They give you like a
he
line
gave
in
me
the
a
side
fucking
of your
Ronaldo.
head.
I was like, what is this? I made him shave my head. I just got
Give
a
you
buzz
like
cut.
a Dunlop.
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
But anyway,
I know what you're talking about.
I'm happy Tim got it. I thought you might.
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm not familiar with that style of haircut, but like,
No, it's a person.
oh, but like it was like sort of like getting into fade territory, and he gave me like really
Tim
sharp
got that.
edges like around the back. I was like, this is
Because
not
I
how,
watch Sportsnet. That's why. Of course I know.
who the hell watches
still-
Sportsnet?
I'm still the guy who watches
No.
Sports Center in the morning as I'm getting ready for my day. Or watching
There is a
Sportsnet.
good chance that more people download the Pat Mayo experience and listen to the podcast, and we're not fucking Sportsnet connected.
That may be, but I grew up watching Sports Center or Sports Desk, and then
Who is your
Sportsnet.
favorite Sports Center host as a kid?
Oh, it's my former college professor,
Van
Jim Van
Horn?
Horn. Van Horn is
Jim Van Horn.
Van
Legend,
Horn is
man.
fantastic.
He's a legend.
He
He,
was,
really
he
is.
was the best.
That's right. He does teach the kids.
He doesn't
that
teach
good.
anymore.
I
He
also
just
was a big fan
retired.
of Vic Router. Vic Router was great too.
Vic Router's still kicking, isn't he?
Yeah, but he doesn't do Sports Center the desk anymore. He used to
Yeah.
back
and
in
he
the
used
day.
to do like Soccer Saturday.
Oh,
He basically just does curling now.
so
if I'm not
you're
mistaken.
saying he used to do Adidas Soccer Saturday with Graham Leggett and
Most-
Vic Router?
Most overrated guy in the business, though, is Gino Reda.
Gino Reda does everything though.
Yeah.
Gino, doesn't he also do curling, or does he just do junior hockey now?
No, he just says like that's hockey.
I don't want to get on the bad side of too many Canadian personalities, but I'm gonna throw this out here because Cam used to do it all the time. Like Bob Weeks is a scrub. Face of Canadian golf. How is that not you and I? He doesn't even know who's in the tournament. He just knows the great wine next to the course. Talk that up for a while.
He has the life. Like he just
He has
gets
the
to
life.
Go,
He just
gets to
travels
golf,
around.
Gets to play 36 holes and take shoot one promo saying how great it was to be here. Unbelievable.
It's pretty fantastic. So if we had to do this list, would you go Bailey or Nash number one? That's probably what it comes down to, right?
Bailey.
Or Hot Rod.
Nash was never a champion. in the way
Bailey.
that-
Also, because wasn't
Bailey.
Shaq the true MVP even when Nash was winning it because they didn't want to give it to Shaq
Yeah,
anymore?
yeah. Either which way,
The guy
Nash-
that you win gold medal in the 100-meter. That's like on a
you only
worldwide
get one
scale.
chance, and you
I
only get
think.
one chance at that every 4 years.
I think that's like the greatest. I'm not want to be cheesy, but like.
Do you ever feel bad for Bruni Surin? That he got really his shine taken away because Bailey was so good at the 96
No, why?
Olympics?
So we could have had like the 5th best sprinter.
The 4th.
Sick.
They won the
No.
relay that year.
Yeah, they
too.
did. They did.
To win the Olympic gold medal for the 100-meter dash is the most impressive, most glorious thing in sports you can win.
So you're not putting Daniel Nestor on the list?
Or Negrano.
Or Negrano? Or the best esports player, whatever his screen name is. So we
I
would
can
go.
lift up Canadian horses that did well in the Derby. In
Well,
the
we
past,
we
but
we
that-
can, we can
it's all
just not
talent.
talk about that because we're talking about like athletics here and poker. So Donovan Bailey, Steve Nash, Larry Walker, or would you go Jacques Villeneuve?
Villeneuve.
I probably gotta go F1
Villeneuve,
champion.
the world-
It
Yeah,
has.
Villeneuve with
It's
the
like
world champion.
we're sucking up to our European friends, but this list is.
Well, it's easier to do when you're an individual. So does that make Mike Weir fourth because he won the Masters?
No,
I don't
because
know.
Mike
That's like
Weir-
one of the top 4 or 5 greatest Canadian sports accomplishments ever.
but Mike Weir's career did not have the high points that Steve Nash's did. Weir
No,
had a couple.
I don't know about that, man. He
final
won the
group.
Masters. He's still currently inside the top 30 in all-time earnings.
He was
He
in
won
the,
like 12 times. He won the
he
Tour
was, like, in the
Championship
last
as
group
well.
at the U.S. Open there that one time.
He beat Tiger in the President's
Cup
Cup
head-to-head
1-on-1. It's still like
in Montreal, too.
It's still like Royal
Yeah, but Steve
Montreal.
Nash is still the back-to-back MVP of the NBA. I'm going to give him that.
Yeah,
I,
I like those.
I have Nash over him. I was just saying like versus like Larry Walker or Joey Votto.
Yeah, I would take him above either of those guys.
I think St. Pierre might be the 5th guy on this list.
Sure,
Yeah, I think
but
so.
maybe. But I think that it's kind of hard to pick one. But all 3 of those guys that won MVPs in baseball are.
Yeah, I feel bad because they kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah, it's like which one do you pick? But to win an MVP in Major League Baseball,
Maybe Votto did Votto actually win one?
yeah, for sure he did. I'd
He's
be
just-
shocked if he didn't.
I'll effort that. Hold on.
I know Walker and Morneau definitely did.
And Gagne's won Cy Young or had that save thing.
Gagne,
but
he had
was,
the
like,
save record. I was
cheating.
at the game when he won the save record. I was at Dodger Stadium for that. Everyone had the blue beards going on with Eric Gagne. Russell Martin, we didn't even put him on the list. I had Matt Stairs on the list. Matt Stairs, you could go as Matt Stairs for Halloween if you really wanted to.
I'm
If
sure I
this was
could.
10 years ago, you could have went as Matt Stairs.
Tim,
Yeah, Votto was the 2010 MVP and the
Wow.
2010 and 2017 Lou Marsh Award winner.
He was the 2010 MVP.
it's been that long. He's
How long has he been in the league for?
Red.
I feel like he's still like the young of the good Canadian players.
He played
like
up-
Jason Bay has been retired for like
he's
6
from
years.
like 20 minutes up the road here, like
Yeah.
Richmond Hill.
Broke in 07, but really his first year was 08.
Crazy. We're leaving the wrestlers off. Put all the hearts into one. Maybe they crack the top 5. All right, that'll do it on the Pat Mayo Experience. I didn't really have anything planned. I just wanted to talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
I was arguing
was-
about it at the bar
Tim
with
beat
someone the
me.
other day. Yeah, Tim did beat you in the overall competition by a few points.
I knew I was in big trouble when he brought out like Lewis Hamilton like 4th.
And got
'cause
it. Yeah,
That
but
was going to
yeah.
be like my sleeper.
Maybe we'll do more of these. That was actually quite fun. I'll actually plan it a bit more next time. Maybe put it on cue cards and we'll get some sound effects, music, and boards to go along with it. But I'm not against these sort of things. If you want to get into a draw for $20 DK, like the episode, leave your DraftKings handle, and say something nice. Not necessarily about this show, but about the Pat Mayo Experience in general. Just
How
nice.
about just say something nice about me?
No,
That's what I would-
you listen, you can either say something nice about the show or negative about Tim. Those are now your two
There
options.
you go.
You
I
should
deserve
you
that.
should not have chimed in when I was doing the close.
I deserve that.
You can follow Geoff on Twitter at GFienberg17, and you can always, all of the time, follow Tim Undergust.
Tim Andergust.
It's not my name. At Tim Anderson 87. I bring the funny. I bring the hilarity. I am the maven of the internet.
I feel like we didn't get into too many debates about some of this stuff. Maybe I'll bring in my economist handbook next time, and me, you, and Gary and Jeff can go over the countries that smoke the most per capita.
That would be great.
The answer is Malta, by the way.
That doesn't shock me.
A lot of southern and eastern European countries top that list, and it's like China, they're also on it. A lot of Asian countries, Eastern European, love the cigs. Now, if Quebec seceded from Canada, they might also lead the list too. I don't know about that. But I'm Pat Mayo. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at the PME. Subscribe to the Pat Mayo Experience audio podcast. Get them numbers up. Rate, review, subscribe. It would go a long way to helping out the show. I'm still on paternity leave while you're watching this, so this is why we're doing this show. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the new content. We didn't want to leave you with nothing, so here we are. I'm Pat Mayo. I'll see you next time.
Pat Mayo Experience! Experience!